What happens to your body when you quit sugar for just 4 weeks? Have you ever wondered what would happen to the fat in your liver, your arteries, your overall weight, and even your brain if you completely cut out added sugar for just 4 weeks? Today, we're going to dive into what scientific studies and experts have to say about the profound effects quitting sugar has on your metabolism and overall health. But that's not all. Throughout this video, I'll also share practical tips on how to make this transition easier and more sustainable. So, if you're ready to transform your health, let's get started. Week 1. What happens when you quit sugar? Let's say you stop eating refined sugar today. That means no table sugar, no sodas, no fruit juices, and no candy. What happens within just a few hours? The first thing you'll notice is cravings, a strong physiological desire for sugar, but also a psychological one. Your body is used to a constant supply of quick energy from sugar, and now it has to adapt. Before continuing, subscribe to our channel Health Connection by clicking below and share this with that friend or family member who struggles with sweets. Why do we crave sugar? For most of your life, your body has been receiving large amounts of sugar every day. This sugar enters your bloodstream rapidly, almost without barriers, creating instant energy spikes. To manage this, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone designed to regulate blood sugar by distributing it to your cells. However, with constant sugar intake, insulin is released erratically, and over time, your cells become resistant to it. This leads to higher blood sugar levels and excess sugar being converted into triglycerides in your liver and LDL cholesterol in your arteries, both of which are harmful to your health. But here's the interesting part. When you stop consuming sugar even for just a few hours, your body is forced to find energy elsewhere. Instead of relying on quick sugar spikes, it starts breaking down complex carbohydrates and fats, burning them for energy instead. This is a much healthier and more natural process. Does your body need sugar? Yes, your brain and organs need glucose to function. But here's the catch. They don't need the refined sugar we consume through sodas, desserts, and processed foods. Our bodies are fully capable of getting glucose from complex carbs and healthy fats through a much more controlled and efficient process. The first few days, fatigue, irritability, and mood swings. In the first few days of quitting sugar, you may feel tired, fatigued, and even irritable. Why? Because your brain is used to getting its energy from sugar, and now it's being deprived of its usual quick fix. If you've seen our previous video, we explained how sugar affects the brain. Every time you drink soda, eat chocolate, or consume any sugary treat, your brain releases dopamine, the pleasure hormone. This makes you feel happy and satisfied. When you cut sugar out, you remove that instant dopamine release, which can leave you feeling moody, restless, and low on energy. But don't worry, this is just temporary as your body adjusts to its new, healthier way of producing energy. Tip number 1. Reduce sugar gradually instead of quitting cold turkey. If your goal is to maintain a healthier lifestyle with more whole foods, it's best to reduce sugar gradually rather than cutting it out all at once. For example, if you usually take 3 teaspoons of sugar in your coffee, reduce it to 2 tomorrow, then 1 the next day. If you drink soda daily, cut it down by half first before eliminating it completely. This will help your body and brain adjust smoothly, preventing extreme cravings and energy crashes. However, if you've already quit sugar abruptly and are experiencing withdrawal symptoms, don't panic. Your body will adapt, and you'll soon experience the incredible benefits of eliminating refined sugar from your diet. Week 2 to 3, a game changer for your energy and metabolism. In just 2 to 3 weeks, you'll start to notice a significant improvement in your mood and energy levels. Why? Because your body is now utilizing energy in a much more natural and efficient way, exactly as it was designed to do. Think about it. Before quitting sugar, you'd eat something sweet, your blood sugar would spike instantly, and your pancreas would release insulin to push that sugar into your cells. But soon after, your blood sugar would drop, leaving you feeling hungry again just a few hours later. What did you do next? You went to the fridge, grabbed a snack, a piece of chocolate, or a sugary drink. Your brain kept craving sugar, and your pancreas was constantly overworking itself, releasing insulin to manage the constant sugar intake. A more balanced energy supply. Now, if you replace refined sugar with healthier foods like fruits, whole grains, and complex carbohydrates, the energy curve looks entirely different. Instead of experiencing extreme spikes and crashes, your blood sugar rises gradually, providing a steady and long-lasting source of energy. With this slow absorption process, insulin is released more steadily over time, meaning it could take 6 to 8 hours before you feel hungry again, sometimes even longer, depending on your metabolism. This is a huge advantage. Your pancreas is under far less stress, and your body starts utilizing fat and complex carbohydrates for energy instead of relying on quick sugar fixes. This metabolic shift helps your liver break down stored triglycerides, reduces excess abdominal fat, and even benefits your arteries. More on that shortly. Less hunger, fewer cravings, and weight loss. Ironically, once you quit sugar, you'll experience fewer hunger cravings and naturally avoid unnecessary snacking. Previously, sugar would trigger a short-lived satisfaction followed by a quick return of hunger, keeping you in an endless cycle of eating. Now, with slower insulin release and steadier blood sugar levels, you won't feel the urge to snack constantly. Your taste buds will change for the better. One of the most surprising effects of quitting sugar is how much your taste perception changes. Foods that once seemed mildly sweet, like chocolate or soda, will suddenly taste overwhelmingly sugary, almost unbearable. Meanwhile, foods that you previously thought were not sweet enough, like fruits, will suddenly taste incredibly flavorful and delicious. This happens because your taste buds and brain adapt, recalibrating their sensitivity to sweetness. This transformation takes place within 10 to 20 days, about 2 weeks. At this stage, you won't just feel better. You'll start craving healthier foods naturally and appreciate flavors in a way you never did before. Weeks 4 to 6. The most noticeable transformations begin. If you make it past the first week and stick with it for 4 to 6 weeks, the biggest changes will start to show, not just in how you feel but also in your liver, arteries, and body fat levels. Your liver, which previously stored excess sugar as triglycerides due to insulin spikes, will now begin burning those triglycerides for energy. This means your liver will gradually clean itself and improve its function, as it no longer has to deal with excessive sugar intake. If you had fatty liver disease, cutting out sugar along with reducing alcohol and adding exercise will significantly decrease the accumulation of triglycerides. At the same time, the fat deposits in your arteries, caused by inflammation, poor diet, stress, and lack of exercise, will also start to break down. This translates to less harmful fat in your bloodstream, healthier arteries, and a cleaner liver. Plus, visceral fat, the fat stored around your abdomen and legs, will also begin to burn off as your body learns to use stored fat for fuel instead of relying on sugar. Weight loss without extreme dieting. These changes naturally lead to weight loss. Many people who simply cut back on sugar and refined carbs while maintaining an overall healthy lifestyle see noticeable weight loss that is sustainable. By swapping sugary snacks for fruits, replacing sodas with green tea or coffee, and avoiding processed juices, you'll feel healthier, more energized, and lighter in no time. What do blood tests show after 4 to 8 weeks without sugar? If we were to run a blood test after 4 to 8 weeks, the results would be remarkable. Insulin levels stabilize, no more erratic spikes and crashes. If you previously had insulin resistance, unless you're diabetic, your levels will now be much closer to normal. Triglycerides start dropping. Simply quitting sugar, exercising, and reducing alcohol drastically lowers triglyceride levels. Cholesterol improves, LDL, bad cholesterol, decreases, while HDL, good cholesterol, increases. Better quality LDL. Not only does LDL go down, but its composition changes. Small, dense LDL particles, which are highly inflammatory and increase the risk of heart disease, start disappearing. Less inflammation overall. This means a lower risk of heart attacks, strokes, kidney disease, high blood pressure, and even aortic rupture. All of these improvements happen just by cutting down on sugar. But don't we need some sugar? Yes. Official guidelines recommend that 5 to 10% of your daily intake come from carbohydrates. But you don't need refined sugar for this. There are much healthier sources: fruits, whole grains, and even natural foods like tomatoes and whole wheat bread contain natural sugars that your body can use without harm. What about natural sweeteners like brown sugar or honey? Many people ask if they can replace white sugar with brown sugar or raw cane sugar. The reality? They're the same thing, just sugar in different forms. They still spike insulin and lead to the same metabolic issues. And what about honey? It's often marketed as a healthy alternative, but don't be fooled. While raw honey does contain trace amounts of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, it's still mostly sugar. If you really enjoy honey, you can use no more than 1 teaspoon per day, especially as a stepping stone while adjusting your taste buds. However, the goal should be to reduce all added sugars, since they're hidden everywhere, from bread to sauces. Are artificial sweeteners a better option? If you absolutely can't go without a sweet taste in your coffee or tea, artificial sweeteners might be a temporary alternative. However, research suggests that while they may be less harmful than sugar, they still aren't ideal for long-term health. So, if possible, try training your taste buds to enjoy less sweetness altogether. Your body will thank you in the long run. Artificial sweeteners, a transition tool, but not a long-term solution. Artificial sweeteners are much sweeter than sugar, which means you can use far less to achieve the same level of sweetness. If you're in the transition phase or simply need a little bit of sweetness in your coffee or tea, 1 or 2 packets of artificial sweetener can be used as a replacement for sugar. However, keep in mind that while they may be less harmful than sugar, they still come with potential downsides, so it's best to gradually reduce your dependency on sweet flavors altogether. How to quit sugar. 3 key tips. If you're ready to cut out sugar but don't know where to start, here are 3 simple but effective tips to help you make the transition smoothly. 1. Stop buying sugary products. Eliminate sodas, chocolates, candy, and processed fruit juices from your grocery list. If you love chocolate, switch to dark chocolate with 70 to 80% cocoa and consume only a small portion at a time. This won't harm you and is much healthier than sugary alternatives. 2. Reduce sugar intake gradually. Don't quit cold turkey. Gradually reduce your sugar consumption over the course of a week to minimize withdrawal symptoms. If you usually add 3 teaspoons of sugar to your coffee, cut it down to 2, then to 1, and eventually eliminate it altogether. This gradual process will make it much easier to adjust. 3. Combine sugar reduction with a healthier lifestyle. Cutting sugar is just one piece of the puzzle. To maximize your results, also reduce or eliminate alcohol, increase your physical activity, and prioritize sleep and stress management. You'll soon notice improvements in your metabolism, mood, sleep quality, and even your relationships, all within just 4 weeks. Final thoughts. What happens to your body when you quit sugar? Now you know the science-backed transformations that occur in your body after just 4 weeks without sugar. From cleaning your liver and arteries to reducing inflammation, fat storage, and insulin resistance, the benefits are undeniable. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Health Connection to help us spread awareness and share life-changing health insights. Also, share this video with your friends and family so they, too, can experience the benefits of quitting sugar.